Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Melu, and in today's video we're setting up my planner for July.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days.
Okay, let's get started. So we're setting up my planner for the new month. I think we're keeping the discs the same. I really like the transparent, or are they translucent? I don't know. The transparent disc with this cover. I think we're still keeping things like that, and I have a pile of everything that we're using here on the side. So first things first, I have these that are one from the, I had to do this video while keeping an eye on the cat. So it's a bit it's a double task, if you ask me. So these actually belong in another planner, but they worked great because they cover almost everything of the inside of the planner, which I don't want it to I don't want it to see it like on the back of photos and stuff like that. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I want to change the covers, but I will do that later. Okay, so let's see. The first part of the planner is still the same. We're not making a lot of changes in here. So actually we're not making a lot of changes overall, which is really great because we've done a lot of changes over the last couple of months. So yeah, so name page, as always, stunning. These pages I'm not using, and then I have my Your Glance pages that are all decorated and filled out for like up until December, and I keep on adding dates on them as new things come up, so that's great. So, and this is one of my favorite things here. I have like some empty space, and so what I did was put pictures. Sorry, that's the cat. I have to keep an eye on the cat. Hold on a minute. She cannot meow. My mom is recording something on another room, and so I have to keep an eye on the cat. So I have to like double task today. But that's alright. She has my door open. I don't know what. She just doesn't wanna come on here. Anyway. In these pages, I had some photos with my sister, with my parents, with my boyfriend here. I love this photo of us. And then some little handwritten notes that people have written me. So, sorry, I had to interrupt. So I have some written notes from people that I love. You know, friends, family, my boyfriend, so from different moments and stuff like that. And this is one of the sweetest pages in my planner, and I have it here. I think it's really cute. I think I want to add more of like these themes to my planner, because it's it is what makes my planner mine, right? And I love to like have these in here. And so yeah, I'm so out of breath. Anyway, I've been going up and down the stairs and helping my mom with what she has to record. I'm gonna take off the sweater. Probably gonna put it back on just a minute, but I'm hot right now. And the cat, now she's here. She's looking at the window. Oh, I love when they look at the window. I just love that. Okay. So first section, goals. So I don't know if I had this in my June setup video, but they used to have like little things like these dividers. I have about 5, I think, and they used to have like little tabs on top that I just made myself. I made these dividers myself. Because I don't know of anywhere that I can get them transparent and that I can ship them to me in this size. And therefore, because I cannot like buy or purchase them, I just make them myself. They're very, very easy, and they're just like on really good quality paper, and I just punch it. And I went ahead and changed some things One of those is that in here, the first one was inbox. And I realized that even though the concept of an inbox is really cool and I really like it, I wasn't using my inbox as much as I wanted it to. And I reflected and I really thought about whether I needed an inbox section in my planner or not. For now, the answer is no, but that can always change. It's basically a place to brainstorm. So yeah, I don't know if I need a designated page for brainstorming, if that makes any sense, like a designated area for brainstorming. Maybe I do need it now that I'm like thinking and saying things out loud. Maybe I do need one. But maybe I don't. I don't know. For now, I just removed it, but I can always put it back in here. I'm gonna do a half of a year planner reset where I'm going to go through all of my planner system and go through what I wanted to use at the beginning of the year, see and kind of reflect with you if that is what I'm continuing to use or not. And we're gonna go really in depth in there. And so I don't wanna be repetitive. As to like what I have included or not, but I might include the inbox, I might not, I don't know. I have a lot of other brainstorming sections in my planner. That is why I decided to take it out, but we might bring it in. For now, that I just can always add a page into what I'm doing. You know, that's the beauty of having discs. So for now, first section in my planner is goals, and they don't have the tabs because when I redid this section, I cut them off wrong, and I was very tired, and I was like, you know what, they are not gonna have tabs. So they don't have tabs, simply because I got tired and I was like, I cannot deal with this right now. They're not gonna have tabs. So nothing is changing in my goals section. I have all of my goals, which I do have to go through and kind of revisit them for the second part of the year and see if they update them or anything like that. But that is enough for today's video. This I will keep in here. I have 5 goals, and these are some extra pages that I made. So we have routines, Sunday reset, cleaning, planner routine, and this is where I'm gonna put my July goals. Okay. Then my catch-all, you see how none of them have tabs. Now you will be like, okay, but how can you like differentiate? Oh my god, the cat is gonna drive me crazy. Come here, cat. She doesn't want to come with me. I don't know what she wants. But you can see that I cannot like move one thing into the other. Like I cannot just grab something and go straight into that section. That's the beauty of having tabs. You should have seen me in the moment where I was like, I'm cutting off these tabs because I was very tired, and I was like, I'm tired. I got it. I thought I got it right, and then I realized I got it wrong. I was very tired, and I was like, I'm just cutting off these tabs. So we're not differentiating. We are traveling through the planner to get to where we want. That is what we're doing right now, all right? Okay, so next section is my catch-all. For July, how is it July already? How is it July? Is my question. How? I don't know. I am missing my Currently page. I've decided for July to do something special. July is my birthday month. I was born July 11th. And so I decided to do something different. And instead of my Currently, to do kind of, I have extra stickers from my birthday spread that I did that I will show you in a minute because it was a big pain. I think that was the last interruption. So what I was telling you, that it was July and how possibly it was July, and that I cannot believe that it was July, and that it's my birthday month. And I really love this divider. number one, I love pink, so I love that this is pink. I love the rose, like the pink foil, I guess. And I love that it says "Let Life Surprise You." I think that's like super sweet. So yeah, so we have our calendar, and the first week of this is a mess. The first week in here, which I will actually go ahead and take these out. I was doing this last night. Today's Monday. I did not fill out my planner yet. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Everything is okay. That's what you need to tell me. It's okay, girl. I really like this. I really like how this starts. Like, I really like how the month starts with these colors, and these flowers are my favorite, my home flowers, and I thought this was the perfect way to begin the month. This is a little bent because of the glue with this big flower, but it's okay. And I love the gold accents. I love this. Okay. Now, this is where it gets a bit complicated because so this first week, did I? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I just entered in a panic. So this is next week. So this week, yeah. So this is the last 2 days of June, and then July begins Wednesday 1st. So this will be Monday the 6th. That's the cat screaming at the door. I cannot. This video has the most interruptions ever in history. Anyway, this starts Monday the 6th and finishes Sunday the 12th. Now, this is my birthday spread, and you cannot tell me this is not fun, because this is so much fun and so hilarious. And every single time that I open the spread and look at this and look at the ostrich, I just laugh out loud, because I think this is so funny and so fun and exciting, and that's what I wanted for my birthday spread. This is a video I already filmed. Let me open the door to the cat, which I think is going to go insane. So, come here, child. Come on. Come here. Come with your mother. She might start meowing. Anyway, so yeah, I ordered these stickers because I wanted something fun and exciting for my birthday. I explain it a lot more in that video. It will come, I promise. I made a whole video. This is so much fun, and I cannot stop laughing with the ostrich. Anyway, what I didn't know when I ordered these is that you can probably tell. Let me show you, probably like that. It will be a good angle. Let me see if I can get closer. Can you see how thick they are? You can tell. These are real cardstock stickers. And that you hear in the background is the cat that has decided to sit in my jacket, like on top of my jacket. That's fine. Anyway, but I wanted to use them anyway, even though they were really thick. You can see like how flimsy it is because of the thickness of this. Like, look how heavy this is. You can tell. And what I didn't want is, if I did it just right behind this page, which is this one that we saw just a second ago, it will be really hard to write on this page because these will be back to back. And then the same thing will happen for this right here. And so what I have decided to do instead is I had an extra page. This I think is from, yeah, it's from January. That is why it says January, because these pages are from January. I decided to take them out to white out the dates because I couldn't find dates that match. So I just whited them out and did them on a separate piece. And then once I'm like done with this week, I can glue the pages. Hopefully it makes any sense because otherwise it will be a nightmare to write here and then also here. And so if I need to write here, I can like easily take it out, write on something that it's like plain and solid and not like on shapes like can you see that shape, and like you can see, hopefully you can see, but like it will be very hard to write because the surface is not like flat. And so it's very easy. I just take them off the disc, write, and that's it. And then once the week is over, or when I'm done with these, probably by the 16th or something like that, I can glue them together. And that's it. So all that explanation for one page. But you get a little sneak peek of my birthday spread, which is hilarious if you ask me. That's what I wanted for my birthday anyway. So yeah, then I have my business, which is my social media, and I have redone the monthly stats page with just some big boxes. The idea is just to write monthly stats at the beginning of the month and then probably at the end, or maybe at the end of the month, probably at the end of the month, on Instagram and then on YouTube maybe. I think so. And so I have nothing on the back. Then I have an extra page that I added to brainstorm. This is one of the examples of extra pages that I have for brainstorming. This is for me to brainstorm Etsy releases, and this makes more sense here with my social media stuff rather than in my inbox. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know, it makes sense in my brain at least. So yeah. And then my social media, which I have a monthly. These I've decorated on my own because I wanted to go ahead and start planning for this, so you may get a little sneak peek. Don't hold me accountable to any of this because I don't know if I will be able to shoot everything that I want and upload everything that I want. I will try my hardest, I promise, but I don't know. So yeah. And so I use this divider is from a vertical layout, and I use the calendar for IG posts, and then I have ideas for Instagram, which this time I have divided it into 3 sections, and then I had an extra page for some more ideas, and I decorated it using a sticker book that I don't know where it is. Let me see if I can. It's called Cottage Charm. That's from the Happy Planner, if you were wondering. Can you see? Hopefully yes. And then I have 2 extra calendars. One is for YouTube videos, and then ideas for YouTube videos. These are a lot of YouTube videos. These pages, let me tell you something very important, because you might be looking at these pages and you might be like, oh my god, that's a lot. Yes, you're right, that's a lot. But these pages, my goal with these pages is for myself to challenge myself. And so these are all ideas that I want to share with you, and things that I want to do. And these are just ideas. That doesn't mean that I had to film them this month. That doesn't mean that I had to film them right now. It can be for the future. But I truly believe that things and thoughts and ideas are better kept on paper rather than in my head, because I will forget. I will forget. And so if they live here on this page, it's very easy for me. Like, for example, let's say this YouTube idea, right? I want to rate, kind of like do a little funny video going through some of my old spreads, and showing you the difference, right? From my first ever planner, like the first ever planner that I decorated, to spreads I have done this year, right? And select some of them that I absolutely love, some of them that I absolutely hate, and rate them just for fun, right? Just to have some fun, why not? And this doesn't necessarily mean that I have to do it in July. I can do it in August, I can do it in September, I can do it whenever I want. Maybe I can do like seasonal spreads, right? And when next season for us it's spring in September, and so maybe I do like spring spreads and rating my old spring spreads. And so I can do that. But it doesn't mean that because they are here on a list of ideas, doesn't mean that I have to do them that month. It means that they have their place or their home to live. They live here in this page. And so if I don't end up doing this for July, when I'm setting up my August planner, I go through the list of ideas and see, okay, which of these ideas I still like and I still want to do, or I still think that people will want to watch, or I still think it's a great thing to upload. And then I just rewrite it. And that's it. And so that's what I keep these lists here. These are ideas for Instagram. Doesn't mean that I'm going to share all of these. It means that they have a home in my planner. And so these are for YouTube, and these are for Etsy. Etsy on Instagram. I don't have an Etsy. I like a YouTube for Etsy. I think I already have enough social media as it is. So, but I do have an Instagram, and I would like to upload. Doesn't have to be every single day. It can be a couple of posts a week, and that's fine. And then I have I don't know how to go over here. Like, I want it to be kind of like brainstorm section for Etsy releases. Etsy ideas, Etsy things, Etsy to-dos, whatever. I just want it to be a place where I can, any Etsy thing that I need to do, want to whatever, lives here. But I didn't know how to go over it, and so the only thing I did was this little sticker. But yeah. And then I have some extra pages that I created. I tried to do this in June and I didn't use them. So I went ahead and tried again for this month. The idea is that these are my pre-planning pages, and so I can go ahead and pre-plan what I'm gonna do this week social media wise. And so, for example, this can be top priorities. This is how I thought one of these pages because the rest are empty. The only thing that they have is the title. But I went ahead and did one for just really for me, really as an example as to how I could use them. So top priorities or goals for this week, to film, to edit, and other to-dos. And so if I know that, for example, based on here, right, on this calendar, I know that next week this video has to go up, this video has to go up, this video, and so forth and so on. I know that I have to film it. Have I filmed that video? Have I edited that video? And so that goes into these lists. And so I can easily like just kind of like pre-plan the week ahead of its time. That doesn't mean that that is what is going to actually happen that week. You know, maybe I don't end up filming that video that week. And maybe I end up moving it to another week, because that stuff often happens. And so with that is why I have weekly pages. Doesn't make any sense. I'm not making any sense. I wish I could have a feedback from you, so if it makes any sense. But here's just to pre-plan so that I don't arrive at my weekly spread and look at it and be like, okay, so now what? What do I do? Where do I start? Because that is something that has been happening to me, is that I look at my empty social media. It doesn't happen to me in my catch-all so much, but it does happen in my social media weekly, where I decorated it, right? I kind of made a plan as to what goes where. Awesome. But then it's blank because I have to write on it, and I don't know what to write on it. And I don't know where to start, because when I have so many things going on in social media and so many things to do and stuff like that, and when you post YouTube videos, there's so many little things that go into it, and I don't know where to start. And so I get kind of like overwhelmed at it all, and I then don't use my spreads, which is not ideal, because if I cannot plan for that, I still feel overwhelmed, and then it all results in me not ending up doing what I want to do. And listen, we all should do what we want to do, right? And so I want to share stuff of my planners and stuff like that. And so here I can pre-plan. So by the time that I arrive at my weekly, which I will show you in a minute, I know, okay, this week I'm supposed to film 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos. Okay, great. Have I already filmed any of those videos? Yes, I have filmed a video number 3. Okay, great. That means I have 4 videos to film. Awesome. And then the matter is not where do I start, is when can I find the time in my week to film this video, and start with number 1 and then number 2 and then and so forth and so on. Hopefully that helps. Sometimes I film it all in advance and I'm like, okay, that's great, so this is a more like heavy editing week. Okay, great. I need to make sure that my computer is charged, that all the files that I need are in my computer and not in my phone. Yeah, it will be a week where it will be very heavy on the computer side of things, so maybe it's a week where I need to find some time away from the computer, you know, and so that kind of helps me kind of balance my week and so forth and so on. Again, I will talk more about that when I do my half of the year planner reset, because I think that I would have loved for someone to tell me all these things when I was like looking for how to plan for social media. Like if you want to upload social media content for whatever it is, right? I share planner content, but I think you can apply this for if you are sharing other type of content too and you want to plan for it. This is how I at least have come up with the system that helps me plan for it. And so now all I have to do is be consistent with that system. So this is my weeklies. I have tried to be consistent with them. I think I have done a couple of videos decorating this, but this is how it goes. To-dos for the week, or priorities, so top goals for the for every day. Sorry, here is where I do a mix of decoration plus the YouTube videos that go up that week. Priorities, a little decor. I just erase the remember and just do a little decor here to film, to edit, and these two sections become one big horizontal section for me, and then I do a mix of decor and sort of box or to-do list item for either Etsy or any other to-do that I have. And yeah, that's it. Oh my god, I talked a lot. Sorry. But now I have daily inserts, which I haven't gotten any better at using them, but I have them. I want to get better at using them. That is one of the things that I really want to get better at. But I have some of them decorated in case you haven't seen any of them. I will show you. They're very plain and simple. I just have priorities, a checklist, a space for goals, a space for other to-do lists, tomorrow's to-do list, ideas, decor, whatever, and an hourly section. So this is some of them decorated. Of course, they're decorated because I love to decorate. So we have these here. And then the last part in my planner is my journal. I have gotten rid of my health planner for now, at least, because I wasn't using it and it was a bit of a lot, tracking a lot of things. And so I was like, let's get back to basic, because I cannot do it all at the same time. And so this is what I want to get better at. And so I have this divider. Oh my god, I have this divider. Start where you are. It has butterflies. I love it. And it's undated too. And these are the vertical pages that belong to this here. I don't use the vertical pages here. I use them here. But I don't need the monthly calendar. And so I don't need that for journaling. And so I just don't use it. And I just have 5 of these in here. So yeah, and that is basically it. And that's my planner all set up for July. Again, I will make a mid-year planner reset type of video so that I will go into detail as to what has worked, what hasn't worked so far in the year, and go in depth into my planner system and what I will hopefully continue to use for the rest of the year. Changes are always welcome, as I always say, but I will try to be more mindful, or like my focus is in being consistent with this system first, and then if I need changes or modifications, I can make them. But if I'm not consistent first, then I'm just constantly changing things up and never like sticking to something. So yeah, so that is my planner setup for July. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it wasn't so chaotic. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.